Hi everyone, welcome to the Sacred Water. I hope that you are doing well. Today we're going to be tackling the breaking of ancestral karmic cycles. This is something that in my readings, it has come out a lot for a lot of people in my other channel. And it is something that I have noticed across the board with other readers, and all of this is supposedly due to the fact that we're getting closer to ascension. That is because of the solar flares and the aurora borealis, something that I will tackle in a later healing later this week. But today we're going to be focusing on the ancestral karmic patterns, because these are the ones that we're sort of having to wrap up at this time, because we're getting closer to ascension. In order to do that, we have to deal with what I would call the last minute details, so that we can get across that bridge that we're about to cross, supposedly. Whether that is true or not, all I know is that this is part of our evolution, and this is part of the things that we need to work on for ourselves, for our own growth, in our own understanding of the world and our place in it, in order to be able to continue moving forward and continue not just surviving, but thriving. And so today we're going to be tackling these, not just the karmic patterns of ancestors and those that are part of our soul tribe, as it were, but also in a more microcosmic level, lineage. Those karmic patterns that are from our own family line, that come up generation after generation after generation. Sometimes you can see these, for example, grandparent, parent, and child repeating these cycles as they become adults when it comes to relationships and things like that. So we're going to be tackling both the macro and the micro when it comes to these karmic cycles that are coming up to the surface at this time. So before we get started, two things. I have the fan here in the room because it's incredibly hot. I haven't had to put up my hair because I have a lot of hair, and if I have it down, everything becomes supremely hot. So my hair is up today. Also, because it's on, I've put it in the lowest setting, just so that I can keep a little bit cool as I'm working. But if the sound bothers you guys, just let me know down in the comments, and I will figure something else out for other healings. But as of today, I kind of really need it there where it is, just to keep me from sort of melting like a wax candle in front of you. As it is, I'm still pretty warm because, like I said, I have it on the lowest setting. Also, if you hear kids outside, they're having a blast. It's super hot, so they have the sprinkler on and they're just having a blast. So try to ignore them. The second thing that I wanted to tackle with you guys before we started is that if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It helps keep my channel growing, as well as our community. Leave a comment down below, a thumbs up, share it with others if you think that this is something that others can benefit from. All of these things really, truly, 100% help my channel grow, and therefore increase the support, not just for myself but for you guys as well, because that means more people that you can sound off with and be part of this beautiful community that we're growing here. And so not only does it tell YouTube that, it tells me that you're enjoying the content and that I should keep making more content like this to help support you in your journey. And so all of this stuff really is necessary to keep a channel going. So please help me out with this. We've been sort of level at 436 people in the community. So let's try to boost that up so that more people are aware of the work that I do, and more people can benefit from the support that I'm bringing you guys. Also, If you really truly enjoy the content, please help support just by watching from the beginning to the end. That way, I know that you guys are not just browsing, but you're actually truly enjoying it. There's a lot of you guys that out there that will just watch a few seconds and sort of move on. So that I really need to know if there is anything that you guys would like me to change, just so that I am constantly bringing in the material that you guys want to watch and you guys feel that it is effective for you. That being said, let's get on with your healing today. So let's start out with getting yourselves comfortable somewhere, whether it be a chair, sitting, or lying down on a sofa or a bed. If you want to get fancy, in a chaise lounge, any of those will work as long as it supports you comfortably. No pressure points. And just become aware of your body in the space that you're occupying at this time. Scanning from head to toe, checking for any tension that might be there, and gently releasing it. Checking for any tension in the scalp, the forehead, the temples, around the eyes, around your nose, your mouth, and your jaw. If there's any tension there, gently release it. Checking for any tension on your neck and shoulders, your arms, all the way down to your wrists, your hands and your fingers. If there is any tension there, gently release. Your chest, your abdomen, all the way down to your hips, checking for any tension and gently releasing it. Very good. Your thighs, your knees, calves, shins, ankles, the feet, the arch of the foot, and the toes. If there's any tension there, release it gently. Going up on the back of the legs, mid back to lower back and glutes. If there's any tension in those areas, gently release it. Very good. Now I would like you to become aware of your breath. Become aware of what it is doing. Is it fast? Is it slow? Or is it a more even, medium speed? Don't affect it or change it. Just become aware of it. And realize that with every breath you're taking in perfect, divine energy from Spirit. It is bright, white light. And every time you breathe in and out in your regular rhythm, you're bringing in that beautiful light within and expelling out all that no longer serves you. Anything that is toxic, anything that is negative, it is expelled with every breath you take. Now, I would like you to take your first deep breath in, all the way down to your tummy, past your tummy, and to your toes. Hold it for a little while and release. Taking another deep breath in and releasing it. Very good. Taking a last deep breath in, making sure to hold it for a second or two, for as long as it is comfortable. And release it. Very good. Now let your breath go back to its natural, normal rhythm. And continue that rhythm, making sure that you're always relaxing with every breath. Relax, relax, relax. Very good. Now, we're going to turn on the incense to smudge the space, yourself and myself. So we start out with the cleanest slate as possible. Starting out with your front, all the way down to your feet, bringing it back up. Top of your head, through the sides, top again, down the other side, all the way down, through the back of your head and down your spinal column on one side and on the other side. Very good. Now lift your feet and turn your hands up, cautiously opening the chakra points on both hands and feet, making sure that everything that we remove today, anything that is negative and no longer serves, will be drained through those points. Now, I would like you to imagine that throughout your back, roots are coming down, gold and silver, pushing through the bed or the chair, all the way down through the floor and the foundations, through the ground and the soil, through all the layers, down, 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 and down, coming all the way down deep in the earth into the very core of Mother Earth, entering a cave full of cool water and crystals, and wrapping your golden and silver roots around the first crystal it finds, whatever color that root is. I should say whatever color the crystal is that your roots are wrapping around. It is the right color for you at this time. So, whenever you meditate, or you go to sleep, or you're watching TV, hold that crystal in your hand, or wear it as a pendant. Keep it within your aura so as to work with its energy. Now that you are grounded, let us set the protection. Imagine this beautiful, glistening bubble that comes from spirit up above, and it floats gently down, all the way down to where you are, and it encompasses you and embraces you in its beautiful, loving protection from spirit. Very good. So, to begin with, we're going to use the rattle to shake loose any of those strands, any of those attachments, and any of those patterns that we keep repeating, any of those karmic cycles, to bring them to the surface so that we can remove them, or we can observe them in order to heal them, in order to release them. So we're going to start over your head, through the back, back over your head, over the other side, back above again, to your front, under your feet, your hands, your side, all the way up, and down again the other side, your hands, and then the other side, and send it again to your crown. Very good. So we're going to use 2 selenite wands to bring forward and cut all of those that no longer serve you, all of those that have already been dealt with, and bringing forward those that need to be dealt with at this time. On your side. Good. Through your front. Under your feet. Over your crown. Behind your back. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to bump you. And there we go. Taking a deep breath in and out. Very good. Releasing it over your shoulders. Feel the weight of them. They're completely different weights in the physical, but on the other side, they are the same in terms of its energy and its capability of doing the job. Taking a deep breath in and out, releasing, releasing, releasing. Very good. Spiraling out, spiraling out. Over the heart, behind your head, throat, Seiki, release, Seiki, release, Seiki, release. Very good. So the first crystal that we're going to use in order to deal with these karmic patterns is this beautiful black obsidian. Now, the color black for a lot of pagans and other people that work with energy is a protective one. It's like a protective cloak that comes through. This one is also like the scrapers of old, so they can come and cut any of those strands that no longer serve. But specifically why I chose the black obsidian is because it has this ability to help heal a lot of past life wounds, past life issues, other ancestral patterns. And it has this this capacity for just making sure everything is in order. This capacity of motivating you to continue the work, because the work is not easy. So it has this capacity of motivating you to continue the work for growth and evolution of yourself and of your soul. And so we're going to rub it through your aura and cut those strands that have already been dealt with, that are no longer necessary for learning lessons, for growth and evolution. Cutting here at the temples. Third eye. Back of the third eye. Very gently over the throat, right here. And out to the sides. Through the back. Heart. Higher higher and lower. Back. The hearts, higher and lower. Solar plexus, one of the main ones, the ones that sustain us when everything else is off balance. I call it the rod that keeps my spine up and keeps me standing when everything else has knocked me down. That's why it's always a little rusty. Bringing out a lot of stuff. Cutting out all that no longer serves. Trying the Reiki. Reiki. My guys are bringing me back up to the throat. Reiki. Reiki. Shonin. Going backwards and forwards in time and in the present. Very good. Now the next one is a beautiful, it's a little worry stone of red jasper. Now red jasper is good for self-reflection and self-acceptance for those things that you cannot change. Sometimes that is the lesson, to just accept what is and work on that which you can work on. Maybe you're not meant to do certain things. Maybe they're meant for another timeline. Or maybe, just maybe, your lesson this time is to learn that sometimes letting things go is what actually allows it to go. Now, red jasper is also very grounding, so it allows you to continue your work in a grounded way, allowing you to always be aware of all of the things that are true for you at least, depending on what truth we're dealing with, and not something that is either wishful thinking or simply a misunderstanding of the situation. So being grounded allows us to be more aware and objective of the situations. That's why it is so good for self-reflection, because it brings that awareness to the forefront. It brings in that knowledge of the self that is so important, and being aware of what are the karmic patterns that we're dealing with, and being aware of the possibilities for healing it. That's where red jasper comes into play, allowing for that self-reflection, allowing for that knowledge to come forward and to be clearly understood. And because we are grounded as we're doing so, we remain calm and objective, not letting our emotions get away with ourselves. Remaining present in the now, even though we're dealing with things from the past, but those things of the past are affecting me now. And thus understanding that helps us work in the now for the future. But the present moment is where we need to be in order to deal with things that are coming up to the surface. Take a deep breath in and out. Daikumyo. To activate that process. Daikumyo. Chokure. To give you the strength and power and courage. Chokure. Breathe in and out. The next one is Rhodonite. It's a black and pink piece. It's a tiny little piece. I also have a ginormous one that was given by another healer, and it's my own personal one. It's fully charged at all times. I have to cleanse it a lot, but it's a good one for empaths because the perception of us empaths to others is that our emotions are all over the place, but in reality it isn't always our emotions. So it allows them to be pushed out of our aura, and it allows us also to bring calming and soothing energy into our own auric field. All of this, of course, allows for clarity of mind without the pressures of other people's feelings and thoughts. Take a deep breath in and out. Now, the other thing about Rhodonite is that it brings in forgiveness for yourself, for the things that you weren't able to change, but also forgiveness for those in the past that could not bring out the change as well. It also allows you to heal past life issues, especially those that are related to betrayal and abandonment were yours, or those of previous generations or ancestors. This karmic pattern is one that is being brought forward for many because it affects relationships of today. And so, bringing in that power of forgiveness, bringing in that energy of being able to separate your emotions from those of others, clearing the path for clarity of thought and a calming and soothing of your own emotions. Be gentle with yourself. Seiki. These things can be tough, so remember to always take moments to take care of yourself, bringing in that element of self-care and self-healing. Breathe out. Very good. Taking your time to ensure that you're always relaxed and there is no tension that has been brought up by all of these things that are coming to the surface. If you need to clear your throat, if you need to expel and release emotions, then do so. Whether that be in a form of a yawn, intoning a note, crying, sighing, whatever it is that you need to do, do so. Take a moment to bring yourself back into relaxation. Taking a deep breath, cleansing breath of that beautiful white light of perfection from spirit. Bringing it in through all the nooks and crannies in your body, illuminating and breathing out, releasing anything that no longer serves you. Very good. The next one is one that I've used a few times. It is garnet. This one specifically is Melanite Garnet. It's dark, very dark in color. It's almost black, depending on the light. Now, the garnet is good for working off karmic debts. So very important when we're looking into breaking karmic cycles. If that is what you have been brought here to do in this lifetime, it has been your choice to do so. And so we're bringing in that support with the garnet. It supports you in your journey while you're doing this clearing of the cycles, of all the karmic cycles, whether it be ancestral or generational, personal and collective. It supports you in that journey. And so bringing in that beautiful energy of the garnet. So another thing about garnet is that it's one that I relate to the blood. And blood carries with it knowledge and information of our past, of every generation that has come before us. And it also ties us to every single human being on this planet. In that beautiful extended family, as you will, making us all equal, where we all have that same tie, if you will, the genetic code within us, tying us together. It's not just family that does that. And so it is through that connection to our past and perpetuity. It's always bringing in the lessons and the wisdom of those that have come before us, and that knowledge that is engraved into every cell and every drop of that precious liquid within us. It is life. It brings in its own symphony as it goes through the body, whispering in our ears as it goes through, bringing in all of that wisdom from our family members that have gone past, connecting us even if they've passed or crossed over. That knowledge is in our own bodies, and the knowledge of what it is that needs to be worked on is there too. And so it helps to bring that to the surface in order for us to analyze, heal, transmute, and release. Very good. Going down throughout the body, releasing, releasing. pulsing through the back. The other side. Very good. The next one is this beautiful raw piece of amber. It's got a particular sound to it. It's almost hollow in some ways, but that is quite deceiving. If you are able to see the translucency, you would see that it's full of that. As we were talking about the blood, with the garnet, this is representative of the blood of the trees, sap, bringing in that knowledge of all the things that they have witnessed in the past and bringing those lessons into the future. Amber helps attune to that ancient wisdom, all of those things that were learned by our ancestors, all of the things that they were able to fix, as it were, all of the things they were able to achieve, and all of those that they were not. All of the mistakes they made, all of the things they got right. It helps all of that to come forward and attune you to be able to hear it, see it, and perceive it. Able to sift through all of that wisdom and knowledge. It is also very protective. It helps us remember those genetic and karmic lessons of the past. And all of those experiences that were passed down generation after generation. Whether they were written in the history books of people that we might or might not be genetically related, but they're all our ancestors because we're all human. All of us trying to live our best lives, all of us trying to learn our lessons, all of us trying to find happiness, prosperity, and love, to have the best life that we can. We're all united in the same cause. And so this stone helps us remember and connect to that knowledge, to that wisdom, helping us in our cause while we are incarnated in this lifetime, helping us connect to those that are on the other side so that we can hear what it is that they have to say as they try to steer us in the right direction, trying to give us advice, guiding us in our journey so they can support you in yours, breaking those patterns so that you can have that chance that they weren't able to get, or if they were, telling you what they did. So maybe it might work for you as well. That beautiful connection to your soul family, as well as those that you're genetically related to. All of these people love you and want to support you, guide you, and help you in your path. And Amber has the energy and the spirit with which to help you in that endeavor. It's a crystal that I'm very, very fond of because it has always helped me communicate not only with all of those family members, genetic or not, but also communicate with Spirit and my higher self to bring in those lessons, to bring in the knowledge and the wisdom to help me when it came to dealing with karmic patterns. I know that I came for that purpose in this lifetime, and so if you're in the same boat, you might benefit from having amber as well. Very good. The next one is black kyanite. Now, like its blue counterpart, it's self-clearing and self-healing. And so it has that aspect of being able to do that, to clear away, to cut away all those cords and those hooks that no longer serve you. It helps with being able to bring forward the right line of wisdom and thought to the surface to help you and support you in your endeavors. It brings in that recognition of generational and ancestral karmic cycles. And thus, as I mentioned, it brings that capability of being able to bring that right thread of thought, that right thread of knowledge to help you bring through that healing of those karmic patterns that you're wanting to heal and close out. Very good. Take a deep breath in and out, bringing in that cosmic light. It almost looks like a shooting star, and it sparkles in the right light. You can almost see it there. And so we're going to use it to bring forward that sparkling light of the stars, that knowledge and wisdom, bringing it forward, bringing it out, bringing in that light, that sparkle, and the availability of energy and spirit to tackle challenges, bringing in the wisdom and the ability to discern the right steps forward. Bringing in illumination, the light of ascension to you. Very good. Breathe out. Seiki. Seiki. And chakra. Chakra. Bringing in the symbol of the pyramid to bring through in a pointed manner focused energy. And Daikumio. 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 Now, when that might be a little bit surprising for me to bring through, but I felt guided to do so, is to bring in shungite. It is a beautiful, clearing, filtering crystal. It has the ability to filter your water into a beautiful purity of drinking it. It is found in one place in Russia, and it is said that that lake has the purest water in the world. And so, in order to gain better clarity and discernment while we're dealing with very complicated matters of breaking these cycles, they bring in with it a lot of baggage sometimes. And in order to be able to get at the heart of the matter, sometimes we sort of have to sift through to get at the core in order to heal it, transmute it, and release it. So I'm bringing in the energy of shungite. It is gentle, and so when it does its job of filtering, it brings in the gentleness as well, leaving behind a softer, much gentler energy, bringing in that I'm hearing kindness, that softness, that gentleness is a kindness to yourself. And it is one that is going to help when going through the job of breaking those generational patterns, those karmic patterns from our ancestors. It's all in us, and the capability of really dealing with it, healing it, and releasing it. So it's already in us. That's why we took on the job. Remember that it's not only a personal job, but it is also collective. So you don't just do it for yourself. And that's what makes it so daunting, so heavy at times. And so bringing in that gentleness of this crystal seemed very important. Breathe in and out. Very good. And so now that we have worked on all of those, now it is time to bring in those healers and supporters so that the process becomes gentler, softer, easier to bear, and therefore the job gets done much more quickly. It's already tough, so I'm hoping that by bringing in these next few crystals, that we can bring in that softener, as it were. Just like the shungite has that soft, gentle energy, Baba Jasper does as well. It has that grounding energy of the black, but also that vivid, dark green within, bringing in vitality, bringing in the color of abundance and life of the trees and the plants around you, bringing in that beautiful soft energy, feminine energy of Mother Earth, bringing in also the energy of the fairies. It even has right here, I don't know if it'll show up, It's not really focusing on it, but right here, it's got a little eye, like the top of a peacock. The top of a peacock feather. And to me, peacocks are beautiful creatures. They have a gentleness and a majesty to them. There go the children outside having a blast in this summer heat, even though we're still in May. It's a little too hot too soon, I think. But let's bring in that beautiful vitality as well of the children and that beautiful innocence, letting that inner child come out and play, to bring in innovative solutions. Bringing in that fun aspect. We can bring in that gentleness of and purity, really, of the child within. As they play outside in nature, let some of that be brought out as well. Now, we needed to bring in rose quartz to bring in that love, self-love, gentleness, being gentle with ourselves and remembering that we're only human. And sometimes taking a break is necessary and useful. Making sure that we're taking care of ourselves through the process. Bringing in love and forgiveness for yourself and those that have gone before us. Knowing that we are capable of breaking those patterns and that we don't need to force our way through to do it. That love and compassion are usually the paths of least resistance, and that will be the most helpful moving forward in order to help heal those patterns and the wounds that carry with them onto a present. We're capable of healing it. We just need to bring love into it. Love is the greatest healer. Love is beautiful, pure, and gentle. It is the energy of perfection and of spirit, of the God and the Goddess. If you adhere to them, of Mother Earth, as she embraces us every day that we walk upon her surface. Even if we forget to honor her, she is always there sustaining us. The love of motherhood, the love of a mother, is one that we need to bring into this. It is unconditional and pure. And that is what is going to see us forward. Remembering to love ourselves and others. Bringing in that element also of forgiveness for ourselves and others. Now this is another interesting little crystal. I've had these for a long time, and I have several of them. They have a beautiful, very interesting energy. It is called Kesara. Or if you want to pronounce it properly, Kesara. That translates to whatever will be. And so, one thing that is very interesting about this crystal is that it brings in a harmonizing energy. It carries with it the colors of gray and blue and pink. It is a balanced crystal. It is transformative, bringing in healing as well as strength to deal and to meet up those challenges, standing on our own 2 feet, bringing in all of our tools at our disposal so that we can break those cycles, learn what it is needed to be learned from them, and released into the universe to be transmuted into positive energy. And so it also brings in, as the name says, whatever will be, will be. There's the element of acceptance, and that beautiful harmonizing, balancing energy, knowing when to take action and knowing when to take a step back and just observe and let things take its course in order to meet its natural end, so that those cycles come to their own end and we can move on and heal and transmute and really just go through that alchemical process. So that we become stronger and we grow and we evolve into what we're meant to be. Beings of light, beings of love. Very good. Bringing in also a little sunstone. It wasn't originally part of my plan, but I was guided to bring it in. Sunstone, of course, brings in that beautiful light and energy of the sun, light of spirit, light of God. And so, bringing in that energy, that illumination, that love, bringing in harmony, bringing in love and light, prosperity, empowerment, bringing in good luck, because we can always use a little luck, and bringing in the powerful light of healing from spirit. Very good. Bringing in bright white light, concentrating in on the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root. Bringing it up and down the chakra column. Breathe out. Chakra, chakra, Daikumyo, Daikumyo. the energy of the pyramid projecting through that beautiful bright white light of universal life force energy, illuminating every nook and cranny within your body and without, encircling you in its divine light, bringing in the beautiful white light of ascension, bringing in and calling forth the violet flames so that they can transmute everything that's been removed this day. Transmuting it, removing all that is negative and all that is toxic and all that no longer serves. Bringing in and replacing it with that beautiful bright white light. Very good. Taking a deep breath in and out. And that brings a conclusion to this energy healing. I hope that it has been helpful and that it will support you in your journey of breaking these karmic, generational, and ancestral cycles. And so that it is a little bit easier to go through that work. And so if you've enjoyed this session or it has helped you in some way and you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing, leaving a thumbs up, a little comment down below, and sharing it with others that you think might benefit from it. Please help support the work that I do so that I can continue helping support you in your journey. I hope to see you soon again. Lots of love and light to you, and blessed be.